Hey guys,
Hi. Hey.
how are you?
Just great.
How's the day so far?
Uh, just fine. I'm a bit tired.
So, guys, your album Undir, köldum, norðum, ljósum is scheduled to be released on October 15th. So can you tell me a bit about the songwriting and the production behind this album?
We started. We started writing it like about 2 years ago, and then we took like the past year in the studio, just taking a long time to really work on all the songs with our producer, and I think we tried a lot of new things with this album, like sound-wise and arrangement-wise. And COVID helped a lot because we didn't have any gigs. And then we had really good time to, like Laufey said, just put everything we had into this album.
Sounds good. And did you guys put some kind of concept behind this album?
I think this album, it's more of a storytelling album than our previous work, which were more about what's happening inside of you, like thoughts and emotions. And this one is more, I think it's more of a storytelling. It's like very inspired by folklore and Icelandic nature and so on. Yeah, and it, I think we developed the concept while we were writing it, and the title Undir, köldum, ljósum is like under cold northern lights. And I feel like all the stories that we say on this album, they happen under the cold northern lights, or could happen. So I think that's the concept of the album.
Thank you. That sounds good. And the cover art of the album is quite interesting. Can you talk a bit about the cover art of the album?
Yes, we worked with a French illustration company called Fortifem. And we wanted to show the character that the band is named after, Kælan Mikla, which is a kind of a queen of snow and ice in winter. And we wanted them to. So it's from books called The Movements by an author called Tove Jansson. And there were some cartoon shows also when we were kids, and it's half based off the character in the shows, and half based off the idea of a woman who is made up of ice and snow. So and we asked Fortifem to draw like our version of how we see the Ice Queen that Kælan Mikla is, and Kælan Mikla is this character also now that we kind of summon when the three of us are together. And
So this is the character that you guys created by yourself, or is it like inspired by some stories?
It was inspired by the name is from another, from these books that I mentioned. But then we kind of made our own version of it, which is kind of this spirit that we are summoning with our music.
Sounds good. And you guys were on tour with Alcest during your last tour, and also you have worked with Alcest on this particular track in this album. So how did it all come up for you guys?
We got really good friends on the tour, and we realized we shared a lot of the same aesthetics. So and we made this song called Hvítir sandar. We always felt like something was lacking, it was missing some element, and then we just thought it was perfect to contact them again and ask them to collaborate with us and perform on guitar and drums. And it was perfect. It was definitely the missing element. So we think it's very perfect right now, how it is.
Sounds good. And your guys' music has reached out far and wide around the world, even though the song you're singing is in your mother tongue, in your language, is not in English, but it has reached all over the world. So how did you feel about the success and the reach towards the end of the world?
To reach to the end of the world?
Ends of the world, all regions around the world.
Yes.
Not the end times.
No. Yeah, it's really cool. Like we never planned on becoming anything bigger than just performing music and doing art and doing something that comes from our hearts. And it's just such a dream come true, or not even a dream, because we never even dreamt we'd become this far. So it's just like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And we're really happy. And I think that of course people don't understand the Icelandic, but maybe they can just feel it with the music or like the feelings of the songs. And yeah, and also it is maybe captivating for other people to hear the Icelandic language.
We try to use a lot of like visual imagery too to kind of explain what we're saying. And I think people really get it. Our fans really understand what it's about. So even if they don't speak Icelandic, which is really cool.
Sounds good. And in this album, you have included a lot of angelic voices, and there's a lot of change from the previous albums. So how did you feel about the outcome of this album?
We're really happy with it. Like we said before, like we had a long time in the studio and we worked with a really good friend of ours and an artist that we have admired for years. And we were really happy to be able to have the time to make everything as perfect as possible.
Yeah. We haven't had such good resources before, which is why our previous albums are a bit more minimalistic. So now we really had the opportunity to take it as far as we wanted, and yeah, make it up to the point where we were completely happy with it, which was like for the first time, and it was so great. Yeah, we love it.
That's good. And you guys started it as a poetry thing, and then it slowly and gradually moved into a band, and you started making a lot of music. So how did it all come up for you?
How did it start?
Yeah.
We just started out as teenagers wanting to make music. Yes.
It started as, I mean, we never imagined this to happen, or never imagined kind of how it would evolve. It just started as an experimental performance art poetry project, and then we just kept on learning and evolving, and we never know like where it will take us next. It's always we always keep an open horizon for whatever can happen.
Sounds good. And do you guys have any touring plans as of now?
We hope to tour in like the spring of next year with our new album, but nothing is set in stone yet. So we'll see also how COVID goes and stuff, but we really want to, of course, tour as soon as possible.
Crossing fingers, hoping for the best.
Sounds good, sounds good. And would you guys like to share some of the great moments that you had over the years?
We've had so many. We also had so many difficult ones. Okay. We, of course, one of the greatest is when Robert Smith asked us to perform with The Cure. That was really cool and amazing, and to get to meet him. Yeah. It was such a reward because we've all looked up to The Cure for such a long time, and to be able to share this event with them 3 times, not 2 times, but
there are 3 times.
3 times, yes.
Meltdown, Hyde Park, and Pasadena. Yeah. But yeah, it was. I mean, that was such a surprise for us, and I guess definitely the high point of our career so far.
So far, yes.
So far.
And I think we're always happy, and we're always appreciating the moment that we were having. Although that we have maybe 10 bags and just 6 hands traveling everywhere around the world. We are just 3 best friends, and we love making music and we love performing. Yeah, I think that's just, I think everything's amazing.
Sounds good, sounds good. And Robert Smith, we all know he's an iconic band guy of The Cure, and he started listening to you guys and he reached out to you and you made music along with him. So how was that experience? So how do you feel working along with him?
It was a bit intense because we didn't know how to act with, and but we were really happy that when we were meeting him and talking to him and hanging out with him, we didn't expect him to be so like on the same level as us. Like he really treated us just like other artists performing with him, and it was really cool. It was really rewarding.
Sounds good, sounds good. And you guys have any plans to make any changes to the music you're making? Like since right now you're mostly doing your songs in your language, so is there any chance of moving into English in the future or putting some songs in the future?
I don't think we would transition into English completely at any point, but I mean, we never know. Maybe we'll do a song in English at some point. It's just, we always keep an open mind, but for us, like writing in Icelandic is kind of a part of who we are, and I think, yeah, I think it's the most natural way for us to go.
Sounds amazing. And what would be the dream for you guys?
The dream, to just do this and be happy.
Be happy.
Continue Kælan Mikla and maybe just like doing that only because we all have like jobs on the side sometimes, especially in COVID now. But I think the dream would just maybe to be able to live completely off music and continue.
Yeah, just continue to grow and expand and just do our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good, sounds good. And I have spoken to a lot of other band members from Europe. So they used to travel to Iceland to get some inspiration to write songs. So how do you get inspiration to write songs?
I mean, we get a lot of inspiration from living here. I think the Icelandic landscapes and the seasons are really inspiring. It's kind of a powerful nature, and yeah, I don't know.
The powerful nature and emotions, and also just the connection between the 3 of us. I think it motivates us to continue creating. Like, I don't think that I would be continuing playing synthesizers if it wasn't for the girls. I don't think that Maggie would, I don't know, maybe I think that we all inspire each other a lot also.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great. That sounds great. And guys, finally, what would be the message for your fans around the world?
Thank you for listening and supporting us.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue. We hope you like the new album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just sending positive vibes to everyone.
Awesome.
Also, it's been difficult for a lot of people during COVID, so we really hope that our fans are doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And guys, thank you for giving us the amazing albums over the years, and thank you for keep doing the amazing music that you are doing always. And thank you so much for the time that you have given me today to talk to you and talk about the bands. So thanks again for that. And you guys have a great evening out there.
Thank you. It was a really nice interview.
Thank you.
You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.